you so much, Ms. Anne. Nambwa, Nawes. All right, thank you so much for those amazing remarks. I'd like to now call somebody who's not a stranger to this ceremony. So I'd like to invite Dr. Simon Kigondu, who's the President and CEO of the Kenya Medical Association. Please give him a round of applause.
Incoming first-year medical students and nursing students, those are our guests. Provosts, AKU, Associate Vice Provost, the Dean, Medical College Dean, Nursing and Midwifery Dean, is media also, Dean Media, Faculty, AKU School of Medicine, guest visitors, my friend there, CEO, AKU, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. In government, we say all protocols observed. When you don't know people, you just say all protocols observed. They're included in that. So anyone who hasn't been greeted will not feel left out. Thank you for inviting me as a guest speaker. This is my third time here, and indeed, it is a great honor that I do not take for granted. I bring greetings from the National Executive and Governing Council of the Kenya Medical Association. The Kenya Medical Association is the umbrella professional medical association representing doctors registered to practice in Kenya. It also has associate membership of other health professionals, such as our nursing colleagues and medical students, who the only difference is that they cannot vote, but they do enjoy all other benefits of the association. KMA's twin mission is championing the welfare of its members and advocating for the provision of the highest quality of healthcare for all. KMA thus provides opportunities for medical students and doctors to achieve these objectives. As a result of that, I'm happy to note that some of the AKU faculty are not only KMA members, but they are mentors of medical students in the school. KMA also sends a board member to KMPDC, Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Council. So they must have been involved in inspecting the medical school to make sure that it's achieving the correct standards of medical education. And because of that, I'll take a pause and invite the KMA member from KMPDC to just say one word and then go back and sit, because KMA is an equal gender opportunity associated. Dr. Elizabeth Waidera. Photographer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Trust Kigondu to go mid-speech to invite someone. My name is Dr. Elizabeth Gitau. I am a council member at the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Council, that is a regulator of medical doctors. And it's a big opportunity for all of you who are joining the profession, whether you're joining as a medical student or as a nursing student. I think a lot has been said by your provost, by your deans. What I can encourage you as established learning is one, always be present in mind, always be curious as you go along, and build resilience as you go along. Those are the three things that will keep you in this profession. Thank you very much.
Yes, she's the one who will give you a license once you finish. From time immemorial, medicine has been considered a noble profession. One of the meanings being that it is characterized by high moral qualities that your dean alluded to. Nursing integrates the art and science of caring and focuses on the protection, promotion, and optimization of health and human functioning, prevention of illness and injury, facilitation of healing, and alleviation of suffering through compassionate presence. Nursing wapewe makofi. A profession is an occupation requiring special training. In the liberal arts or sciences, especially one of the three learned professions, which are
Hello. Hello.
huh?
Medicine and engineering.
Anyone there?
Engineering. Teaching and teaching.
Okay. And you have a lot of work. You have a lot of work. Very good. Law, theology, and medicine, of course. Yeah, medicine. Yeah. The symbol for the medical profession has traditionally been the stethoscope and the white coat. So you have the stethoscope. Nursing, we had an oil lamp, right? So we have stethoscope, oil lamp, and nursing. We all know that nurses bring light to the world, right? I have my own nursing light called Esther in the house. The new phenomenon that has been introduced by the Aga Khan University is important because it helps our medical students understand the working of medicine as an orchestra. Every player has their role and purpose in the healthcare ecosystem. We recently had a KMA, Leadership and Mentorship Branch, that's breakfast and lunch, led by our very own Dr. Jacqueline Kitulu, who is the President-elect of the World Medical Association. She normally says that healthcare is an orchestra. A mistake by one in the orchestra will spoil the tune, and I encourage each student to appreciate the role played by all other cadres in the health sector. I have my own ways of encouraging inter-cadre cooperation. And just recently, the Nursing Council of Kenya withdrew, albeit temporarily, my nursing license. I had asked intern doctors to buy nurses mandazi, who had that one, for they will be taught very well and will be called less at night. And I quickly clarified that statement because the nurses were saying they are not as cheap as mandazi. And I quickly clarified that, and the statement though was in good taste. It was meant to improve the harmony between doctors and nursing students. We're talking to doctors who are going out for internship, you know. And I paid Ambuzi to the National Nurses Association of Kenya president, Ajoin, who called for my mass forgiveness. I didn't buy mandazi. Medicine is one of the most powerful forces in society. It touches every life. It transcends borders and unites us in our shared human experience. As you embark on this path, know that the education you receive here in AKU and elsewhere will empower you to touch lives in ways few others can. You will be trusted with people's health, their most precious asset. With that trust comes great responsibility. A responsibility to do good, to care deeply, and to strive for excellence every day. The white coat ceremony is the first of many ceremonies in the field of training of medical doctors and nurses. It serves to initiate you into medicine. The stethoscope ceremony later for you invites you to the clinical years, year for year. And then there is the finalist dinner, when we will finally release you to the unsuspecting public for medical internship. On completion of internship, we will then certify that you can work independently as a doctor. Dr. Elizabeth Gitau will give you a certificate and say, we think she might not kill you. Many will later return to school for postgraduate studies. After getting an undergraduate, the beauty with an undergraduate degree is that you can do anything after that. School teaches you to be a thinker. My night nurse been nursing her back for obstetrics and gynecology, and she became an entrepreneur, and now she runs a rehabilitation for alcohol and substance abuse. We hope that none of you will be our guests, but that's what shows that what a degree can be. You can be anything. You can be a nurse, you finish with delivering babies for many years, and you become an entrepreneur. We have doctors who are in the IT world and they stopped practicing and they do IT. We call them non-clinical. Yeah, me, I'm an obstetrician, I continue practicing a real medicine. Your dean here, looks at the head, Your dean was 1 year behind me. I'm much older, despite his white hair. He wanted to study the head. So when he went for internship somewhere abroad, they took him to a neurosurgical theater. And he looked at the head inside and he said, no. So that's the day he knew he can do psychiatry to influence the head. 50 years ago, I was born in this institution. Nipewe makofi. I was the only one in the family to be born from cesarean section. I think I had a big head. I arrived safely and my mother remained in good health and went on actually to deliver 2 other girls after me normally. We call it VBAC, vaginal birth after cesarean, And therefore, Aga Khan has a special place in my life. I don't think they paid. It was expensive even then. So the knowledge you gain as an undergraduate is the knowledge you will use as a medical practitioner for the rest of your life. The knowledge I use today, I learned in internship. It's a very short window period when you need to learn Okipita, then it becomes a problem. Therefore, you must be grounded in the basics. The beauty of medicine is that the basics never change. It is on the basic science that you invent everything else. It is on these basic science that you can treat a new disease without necessarily having encountered it in the past. And basic knowledge should not be an end in itself. It should be applied for the benefit of patients. When you go to the ward rounds in 3rd year and 4th year and later, do not throw away these basics. Medicine is cumulative. You need to apply them. Nowadays, in this Gen Z era, now is what, Gen Alpha or something, you have no excuse for not knowing. You have Google and YouTube. Google is now, how many years old? This Gen Z thought they know things, we have been here. Google is about 27 years old. When I was a medical student, not only was there no Google, there was no internet. Your dean and I spent many hours in the library trying to imagine where the vagus nerve, there's a nerve that goes from the head till somewhere, was. In 2004, Google bought YouTube. If you Google the part of vagus nerve, in 10 minutes you will have learned what we used to learn in 24 to 48 hours. That is human development. And therefore your level of knowledge is at a greater level than where we were. We did that for 24 hours of reading and 8 hours of dissection to know where the vagus nerve is. Nowadays, in 2017, as a student of the World Medical Association, Caring Physicians of the World, I went to a clinic in Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville in the USA. And I encountered some shocking thing. There was a thing they were calling an anatomage, And I found they were doing AI dissection. A guy just put his hand and the vagus nerve now appears, And in 10 minutes, you know what I used to read for 48 hours. Medicine continuously improves. Yeah. So it's your time to contribute to the next level of the practice of medicine. You have the tools, and these have been improved. In medicine, though, there are two constants. Constant was what in algebra? Even your dean is answering, and you guys know the constant was? K, yeah? At least there is one would have K. There are only 2 Ks in medicine. The patient and the health professional, that is you. The ultimate objective of the practice of medicine is provision of the highest quality of health care by a highly qualified medical practitioner. The provisions of care for the medical practitioners, the provisions of care for the doctor to the patient as well are outlined in some of the oaths that we take, like the Hippocratic Oath, for instance. It has been modified slightly over the years to match the changing times and include the latest things like self-care, for instance. Traditionally, a lot of the focus of these things was on the patient. But with time, they realized that as you focus on the patient, the healthcare provider becomes a patient. And therefore, we have added aspects of healthcare and self-care into these oaths so that you don't die treating a patient, you know? You become the patient when you're at, yeah. Very good. Medicine is collective learning. Medicine, and that's why you are conglomerated here, many of you, it is best done with the Harambee spirit. Your colleagues will have different ways of seeing things. Some learn faster than others, others retain faster. So when you discuss in groups, the benefits to everyone, 1 + 1 is 11. Yeah? The benefits of discussion groups go beyond medical school. On graduating and going out to the workplace, the colleagues you have been studying together with in school will be the same friends you will have in future. It is thus important to make real and deep connections while in medical school, because as doctors and nurses, they are the same people you will be with for the long haul. As you can see, I collected one from this side. Why? Because they understand me. Imagine if I took a business lady and I come home at night every time, 2 a.m. It might be difficult to explain, but someone who understands this being in the field makes it easy to understand, right? And therefore, that side and this side, you know, you're compatible. They have made your life so easy. Welfare among members refers to physical health, psychological health, mental health, and financial health. It is important for people to love themselves first before they can give good service to the community. Even Jesus said that, right? A major aspect of self-care is associating yourself with like-minded people. As health practitioners in training, it's only logical to associate with health practitioners. Catch up with your lecturers. Medicine and nursing is apprenticeship, you know, apprenticeship. While you are in medical school, remember to keep in good health. I told you my wife runs an alcohol and substance abuse. We do not want you to be our clients. Avoid cigarettes and take alcohol just like In terms of research, I would encourage you to start developing your skills in research very early in your medical career. The world has moved towards evidence-based medicine. Policy formulation is also evidence-based. A practitioner with research skills can navigate the medical field very well. It's also a big plus if the medical students conduct research and present them in various scientific conferences. There are several levels of evidence in research. The first level is yourself. You have discovered something and you think, develop the art of observation and curiosity. Ask questions and do not be afraid to suggest what you think. I'm pleased to report that I have now started meeting Aga Khan University medical students in presentations which we used to present in 6th year, and yeah, we are very well. I'm happy. I did not do the University of Nairobi Medical School now because now I'll be very intimidated by, you know, I think that's a plus because you people are putting your people out to present research papers very early, from first year, second year, third year, sort of. It's in the ethos. It's also useful to develop skills particularly related to financial prudence, so as not to fall into the trap of thinking that just because you are a health worker, you are rich. Continuous financial education on savings and investments is an important component in your education. The association has a SACCO, which is a savings and credit association. You can join even as a medical student. My son is around age 3rd year, and I'm writing him a letter to join the SACCO. to encourage a saving culture and a borrowing culture. You can do that even as a medical student. We encourage medical students to take up leadership roles, especially in the ward. The leaders of the future is a misnomer. Wherever you are the leader. Develop a prayer culture. Many a time, prayer becomes the only intervention left when the doctor and the nursing team have done everything in managing especially critical patients. Do your best and leave the rest to God. The doctor heals and God.
It's the other way
Told you.
around.
The other way
Yeah,
around.
today.
The doctor cures. Oh, sawa, sawa. The doctor cures. You're awake. I can see that's one of those. In conclusion, sorry for being long. In conclusion, the conclusion is longer than that. It is my profound honor, on behalf of the Kenya Medical Association, to join you today in this white coat ceremony. It's a moment that is at once symbolic and deeply personal. Today you receive not just a garment, but an emblem of your entry into the profession of medicine, which is a calling that is noble, demanding, but transformative. The symbols represent the values that will guide you through your journey. Compassion, integrity, service, humility, and excellence that has been mentioned by all the previous speakers who have come here. It is both a privilege and a burden, for it sets you apart in the eyes of society as someone who is entrusted with the sacred duty of caring for human life. Medicine is a cult. To the students, today you formally begin the long and rewarding road to becoming physicians and nurses. You will soon realize that medicine is not only about science, but also about humanity. You will study hard, work long hours, and at times feel very overwhelmed. But always remember why you chose the path: to heal, to serve, and to comfort. To your families, wherever you left them, this is also their moment. Their journey of each of these young men and women has been shaped by the sacrifices, encouragement, and prayers from the families. Si wanalipa school fees? Si ndio? Na school fees si kidogo. Mkatae kusoma. Medicine is a demanding profession, and your continued support will be their foundation as they grow into compassionate caregivers. As the president of the association, allow me to remind you that you are joining a lineage, a community of physicians and nurses who for centuries have upheld the sacred trust between the doctor and the patient. The trust is fragile, and it is your duty to protect it through honesty, confidentiality, respect, and ethical conduct. And that's why you'll see us shouting loud when the Social Health Authority asks us to upload patient theater notes into a portal. It becomes dicey, you know, because those are confidential matters. We are taking that up now. Selfies with your patient's organs, we don't want to see, you know. I don't know, you're trending. No. This is medicine and nothing. Don't do those things. The regulator is here. She will come for you even before the live page is down. You will wear your white coat and uniforms in the hospitals, wards, clinics, and communities. It will sometimes be stained with sweat and tears and blood. But let it never be stained by negligence or dishonor. Wear it with humility, for you do not wear it for yourself, but for those who place their lives into your hands. The university has given you a platform to excel academically and grow into leaders, as the dean has alluded to. Kenya needs you not only as doctors, but as advocates for health, equity, and justice. Remember that as physicians and nurses, your voices for the vulnerable, champions for better health care, as part of the ongoing story in medicine of our nation. Today, as you don your white coats, I invite you to take your first steps into the profession with courage, curiosity, and compassion. May you remain lifelong learners, as you have been told by the Div. May you serve with integrity, and may you never lose sight of humanity and the heart of medicine. On behalf of KMA, I welcome you into this great profession. Congratulations, and may this ceremony be the beginning of a journey that transforms not only your lives, but the lives of the countless patients that you serve. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kigondu. I knew humor will not lack in your remarks, but thank you so much. And just to assure you that their families have joined